a season after the Redeem team, you know what I'm saying? Go get that gold. Y'all formed the big three, the Heatles. You know what I'm saying? You, Bron, Bosh. And a lot of people talk about, you know, the sacrifice that you made so that the team could be successful and work, you know, with Bron. And, you know what I'm saying? Like, do you think that, as we were talking about earlier, people talk about that enough? Where it's like, yo, listen, man, like, this is Wade County, bro, but he did the Derek Jeter shit, and he, you know what I mean? When A-Rod came through, they made it work. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like, when people talk about you in particular, you had to manipulate this because it's your team.
Yeah, that was a tough decision.
You got a chip.
Yeah, I mean, I made it look like it wasn't tough, but it was. Well, I think I'm the best player in the world.
You know what I'm saying? And you got that energy.
I'm coming off of. It was tough, but you know, when we come in, man, it was our era when we came in. They say that if you want to be mentioned with these individuals, you got to win championships. And so, even though individually I thought I was a bad boy, I knew that I couldn't individually do it by myself. And I knew I didn't do it by myself the first time. I knew only reason that I was a champion because I was gifted to have Shaq on my team, right. Gary Payton on my team, Antoine Walker on my team, and so forth and so on, right? And so I'm back in this seat again where I'm like, all right, I'm 28, but I know how it goes. We only get older and you only got a certain opportunity to strike. And so that free agency moment was really my opportunity as one of the oldest ones out of all of us to strike. Mm-hmm. You know, if I make the wrong decision, I'm ending with one championship and whatever the case may happen. And so for me, we got an opportunity to realize we can play together. Like, it took me to really compress my ego big time. And I didn't even have a huge ego because I didn't always grow up a star. Right. I grew up a role player who eventually became a star because of my work and because of my opportunity and my moments. But I had to go right back to that. And it was in Miami, where I had built Wade County. I had turned the city into a hoop city with my teammates. And it's not just me. But that was hard. Mm-hmm. I ain't gonna lie. It was tough. But man, you know what? I feel like that was the best move for me to make to get the things I wanted out of the game. And what I wanted out of the game was I wanted them Larry O'Brien trophies, man.
Yes. You know what I'm saying?
I wanted it because I already had one. And I knew that feeling. And I was like, I need that again. And so this is going to be my best moment in my career with free agency where I control it, where I could put myself in the best position to get that again. Right. And so the sacrifice was made individually, and to play with, you know, one of the GOATs in our game in the city that I have built, you know, worked hard to build it and finally get my own. But it was bigger. It's in my mind at that time. I made sense out of it. I'm not Serena. I'm not a tennis player. It's not an individual sport. It's about the team. It's about what you ultimately want. And this is the best opportunity to get that. And so you're going to figure it out.
Coming from, you said like coming from Marquette and being like, you know, underrated and, you know, did that help in making that sacrifice? You know what I'm saying?
My personality, first of all, how I am in life, it helps. You know what I mean? Like, you got to know who you are. And so I knew that my personality, even though I have an alpha personality, also understand how to, you know, look at perspective and look on the other side and move to the side. Like, I got that ability to be able to sometimes take a break and look, you know what I'm saying, around and see. Some people who are so great, they just looking this way. And I got the ability to be able to stop, you know what I mean, and make a different decision. And so, yeah, was it tough as hell? Yeah, it was tough. But also, too, I think I was the perfect person to play that role. It ain't a lot of people that can play that role. Bron is an amazing player, but you got to learn, you got to work around him. Right. And to work with him. And so, as you see, in the first years we were together, we did everything together. Right. We did every interview together, every press conference. Every time you seen him, you seen me. Because we had to be so lockstep because I knew everybody was going, and nobody wanted it. My team didn't want it. My family didn't want it. They were pissed. Bron team didn't want it. No one wanted that to happen. The game of basketball didn't want it to happen. So I made sure I linked myself with Bron even more because I knew we had to be so tight, or it was going to be a failure.
With LJ, you know, we brothers. We don't have the same moms, but we might as well at this point. We've all grown as men. We was kids. Our relationship has evolved a ton from someone who gave me an opportunity just in general to someone who believed that I actually could represent them. I didn't start representing them to his 9th year in the league. To business partner, I've gone against the grain in certain things, right? But the support is still there because he knows the entrepreneur at heart. He do too. And they'll throw something on me to the point that they'll say, Rich, what you think about this? That don't really happen, right? Especially somebody that came up how I came up. But they trust me and they trust my business acumen and they trust that I'm also gonna give them the real. No matter what. If it's got to be the hard conversation, it's going to be the hard conversation. Sometimes you can get in that situation and people like try to tell you or try to show you that you should be thankful for the opportunity that was given by shortchanging you for your added value, you know, for your expertise. We don't play those games with each other.
This year's Team USA playing ones to determine who's him. Coach comes in, he's just like, JT, Bron, to 10, let's go. Shoot for ball.
Bron ain't playing.
Bro, yo, fuck out of here.
It'll be JT, Ant, KD,
KD will play. Book.
Steph will jump in there. It'll be a small group of guys.
Who's sitting out?
I just told you.
Is Embiid getting in there?
Nah, niggas ain't playing. Embiid, you can't get in here. Bam, none of y'all can get in here.
That needs to go watch.
Go down there with a coach, man. You see Bron?
Bro, year 21. Out here doing it. That's what I told you when we was at that game.
That's some old. I mean, he's old. I mean, you know what I mean. But all the old is taking over, man. Like we still here. Like they still there.
They still here cooking, bro. Like
Bron, Steph, KD, CP,
all past 35.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
I mean, a lot of others.
You know what I mean? And to me, the thing is like, it ain't used to be like that, bro. If you was past 30 something. And you went to another team, like, bro.
It was over.
We was talking about this shit before. Hakeem in the Raptors jersey, bro. That shit, that's like sacrilegious, man. That's crazy.
A fact, man. Came in the Raptors jersey. T-Mac in the Spurs jersey.
Pat in the Sonics
Shaq
jersey.
In the Cleveland jersey.
In the Celtics jersey.
In the Celtics jersey was crazy.
That shit was crazy. I said, nigga, you too big to be wearing all that green. Look at
me in a Houston jersey.
Yo,
like honestly, like I gotta give myself that. Like, yo, Mel, you was nasty in that joke. I was like, no, but I'm saying these things because I always thought about these things. I was always like, you know, subconscious about like, yo, I'm not doing that. Right. I'm not going down that path. When it's time for me to go, I'm out.
Yeah.
If they start moving, I'm out. I'm done.
Yeah.
So I've never wanted to see myself in like certain jerseys. Like,
it's like, bro, if
that's
I put
the fan. That's still the fan, right? That's how you know that I really love the game and like fuck with the game because I'm still a fan. To know I don't want to see Pat Ewing in Orlando and Seattle. Like I don't want to see them. Like I didn't want to see MJ with the Wizards.
You know what I'm saying?
I didn't want to see that.
I think it's
a lot, man.
It's that era
AI
too.
Memphis, I didn't want to see that,
bro.
AI in Detroit, I didn't want to see that.
What is it now about, you know, the game or technology, whatever it is, that's giving these dudes the ability to play? Bro, I think Bron can play till he's 43, 44.
The difference between Bron and everybody else is the fact that his discipline. Right? Everybody can say, I want to do that, and he got the blueprint.
Right.
But are you disciplined enough to follow that blueprint? I was able to see it firsthand. Like, yo, I thought I was a disciplined guy. Like, this guy is like, he's disciplined. You know what I'm saying?
Like 5 a.m. quinoa salad, like,
you know what I mean? It's like very disciplined. When he locks in, right? Head to toe. And for an athlete who that's inspiring to him, that think, I can do 20 years, and it takes a lot to do that. You know what I mean? There's not too many people that say they played 2 decades in a sport that is only 75 years old.
Yeah.
And we 38, 39 years old.
Fam.
So when you do the knowledge on that, it's like, this is crazy.
This is different, bro.
Also resources, right? I don't think them old guys, the older, the former players.
They were smoking bogeys and shit. I remember watching Vlade Divac smoking.
There's no way they can play those 20 years. So the ones who did it was considered Iron Men.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Big Kevin Willis.
Kevin Willis, bro,
played
he looked like a
32
bouncer.
years. You know what I'm saying? You know, Jay Kidd and Cole, like those, they really did it at
Chauncey Billups, man.
took care of their bodies. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I played 19 years in the NBA. I never had a major injury. I can knock on wood and say that, which helped that. But it was also a time I had to take care of, like, stand on business. Like, my body is the most important thing.
It's a temple, B.
Before, it was like,
you know what I mean? We're going to turn up a little bit. We gotta
come back at that 4, go practice.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Games at 9 o'clock.
Who we play tonight? Oh, I'm going to get some rest tonight. We gonna get some rest tonight. I knew I had to get rest for. You know what I'm saying?
I was about to say, I was like, I know.
I knew I had to get rest for.
So you saying like Bron's, like his dedication, like the discipline, what does that really look like? You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, you know, that could mean, you know, he's just eating right or he's working out.
I mean, we all supposed to be disciplined, right? As an athlete.
Yeah.
It's just a different level that only certain people know. That only certain people is willing to go.
Yeah.
To those heights, right? To be successful, right? Kobe was one of those.
I was about to say Kobe.
Right?
Yeah.
And Kobe did it his own way, right? Bron is one of those. Like, to do what he's doing, it don't surprise me. Like, it doesn't surprise me because I was able to see the work firsthand, like how he deal with it, how he go through the process, how he lock in, what's his discipline level when it's time to shut down, eat right, when it's time to this part of the season, these 20 games, this, like, it's more to it than just eating right and going to sleep at night.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And drinking water.
It's a discipline. Like, you got to wake up on it. You got to, every step of the way, got to be organized, got to be structured.
Bro.
Like, you always got to be thinking different ways to be better.
Yeah.
That man almost 40 years old. It ain't just the strength, the discipline of the psyche to know what game I could play with what team and what player.
And who's around me, all that type of shit.
What I can do with this team. I can't play Phoenix like this the same way I play Memphis. I can't play Memphis the same way that I play. Like, it's just a discipline comes with the mentality. Discipline comes with the physical part of it. Like, discipline comes in all shapes and forms. And with him, he's been doing it for so long.
Bro. And
right? So for somebody to say, I'm going to follow that blueprint, how long are you willing to follow that blueprint? 5 years? 2 years.
You got it in you?
You got it in you to follow this shit for decades, 2 decades. Nah.
Bro, I knew Bron was different, bro, because I seen like a video of like his training, like him training, and this motherfucker was standing on one of them like yoga balls.
Yeah.
Like the balance balls, whatever, with them 2 big ass ropes. And he was just going in.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, he's different.
I'm like, bro, what the fuck? I never even seen that workout before.
You gotta take your hat off to him. Like, the shit that, it's not even on the court shit for me. Like, the shit that he do during the game is like, I just know I know how he prepares himself to go to war. When you have that type of discipline, that's the art of war. Yeah, that's the art of war right there. To have that discipline and be able to go out there and understand the whole landscape of what's going on. Not just the game on the court. I'm talking about arena. I'm talking about fans. I'm talking like he's engaged.
You know everything, bro. He's like, yo, this.
So he can never tell me that he don't know something. You can never tell you don't know something, Chad. You my brother.
Tell me I don't know. You
never tell you don't know something.
So he's back at it. He asked whether or not you and him would win a 2-on-2 versus Bron and Bronny. He said, and I quote, I think Bron and Bronny will win because Bron is still in the league doing what he's doing. It'll be a close game, like 11-8.
11-8 is crazy.
It's a tweet said, doggy, this is Pops every chance he get. Cayenne Anthony not believing in Melo's capabilities in a 2v2. You fucking with it or fuck out of here?
Post-retirement, though.
I thought he was like trolling. He don't really think that.
Nah.
He think they'll win.
I hope you don't think that shit. I had that conversation after this. I'm like, hey, son, sit down, man. He keeps me alive, though, man. He keeps me going. You know what I mean? He keeps it lighthearted. And the day on the way up here, what he said, yo, I ain't gonna hold you. Yo, the growth and your drip game is crazy. First of all, 40 is crazy. Like 40K is crazy. Like, we would never see that. No one is touching that 40K. Kareem was crazy. 40,000.
And counting.
I hope people is not overlooking it.
You think it's one of them things that's like, it's going to pass through a social media cycle and then like, all right.
I hope not. I think we should really like cherish these moments. You get what I'm saying? Like, we so quick to like move on and like to the next topic or to the next headline, to the next story. But we got to cherish these moments.
Listen, man.
40K.
Ain't no next 40,000.
40K
Like,
is
y'all
crazy.
gonna be waiting a
You
long
get what
time.
I'm saying? So, wow.
This is some OG, real hooper content.
That's a picture I found out I wasn't going to Detroit. That's an ill conversation we had right there, though.
What was y'all talking about right there? Did Bron know? Bron knew he's going number one.
Yeah, we was talking about he going 1, I'm going 2 to Detroit. We was talking about, yo, you going to Cleveland, I'm in Detroit, we right next door. Yo, we gonna be Like,
Right.
This is
Perfect.
perfect. We get to play against each other. This is what the people want to see.
Right.
Not like that in depth, but like, yo, this is, I'm gonna be in Cleveland, you gonna be in Detroit right there. Yo,
We gonna play each other 10 times a year type shit. Like,
this
yo.
is crazy. And right after that, that's